If you're ready to move away from that vicious cycle of overconsumption, or maybe you're just looking for a handful of tips and tricks to show you how to shop more intentionally, this video is going to show you exactly what you need. I've worked really hard over the past few years and have made a lot of changes in my habits and in my lifestyle to be a more intentional shopper. And I want to show you guys how I did it. So I have a handful of tips for you, a handful of rules, you could call them, that I followed to get me to this point. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter as well, which is in the description box down below. And let's just get right into these tips. Now, I'm gonna be talking mainly about purchasing clothes because this is a style channel, but these rules could also be applied to anything else that you feel like you're over consuming in your life. This first tip here was definitely one of the biggest things I did to really guide me in the direction of becoming a more intentional shopper, and that is tracking my purchases. Tracking your purchases is a really great way to visualize and quantify how many items that you have purchased over a specific period of time. I feel that tracking your purchases is a really good way to have a reality check of what is coming into your wardrobe or your home or whatever. So with that, I do have a free tracking template below. You guys can download it and you can print it out. I recommend putting it on the back of your closet door or somewhere near your clothes if you are looking to reduce your clothing consumption. I recommend having it just handy somewhere with a pen, and just make sure you're writing what you purchased. And if you're feeling stuck and you're like, I don't really know what to wear, or whatever the case may be, you can look at your purchase tracker and see, have I been putting these items to use in the way that I would like to? Tracking my purchases changed everything for me, and I know it will do the same for you. My next tip is to set a challenge for yourself. So tracking your purchases is a challenge in a way, but when I say set a challenge for yourself, I mean setting a monetary limit when it comes to how much you want to spend over a certain amount of time. I find that if you're struggling with budgeting and you're overspending and it's affecting your wallet, then setting a buying budget challenge is a really good option. So what I did a few years ago is I did 6-month increments. It's just what worked for me. And I would set a $300 6-month maximum. There we go. It took me a second to get the word. So over 6 months, I was able to spend $300 on, for me, clothes. I set a budget, I tracked the purchases on my purchase tracker, and I didn't go over that amount. That is one challenge that you could set for yourself. It's really gonna come down to your budget, your lifestyle. You have to adjust to what you know best about yourself. The next tip has to do more with when you find a specific item that you are looking to buy, but you're feeling a little bit of doubt, or you, again, don't want to overconsume. Ask yourself why you like the item. This is something I've seen a ton of minimalist, anti-consumption influencers talk about over the years, and it's something that I put into place, and it really helped me to just have a discussion with myself about, why do I like this item? Do I like it because I saw it on an influencer and she made it look like incredible, but it's something that is probably not going to be feasible or realistic in my wardrobe and lifestyle? Or do I like it because it is going to challenge me, or maybe it goes well with my other pieces in my wardrobe? Tap into why it's driving you, why it's making you feel a certain way. And honestly, if this is not meant to be like a bad thing. This is meant to be I like this item because I think that I would feel really confident in it. I think that I can wear it with multiple items that I already have in my wardrobe. I think that it'll challenge my existing beliefs on how to style a certain piece, or whatever the case may be. This is where you have the opportunity to look at an item and say, heck yes or heck no. My next tip, and this is a tip that probably will benefit you beyond shopping, and that is to practice waiting. So my advice to you, and what I do to this day, is I don't impulse buy anything. If the emotion continues to evoke me throughout the next few days, like, I'll probably end up purchasing it. But if it's something that leaves my mind, or I go back to it and I'm just like, meh. Like I don't feel anything. I don't feel like I need it. That's when you leave an item and you let it serve someone else. Be patient, practice patience. It will serve you in so many ways. And let me tell you, if that item just flutters away from your brain, you don't need it, trust me. My next tip is to look towards trusted external sources to help you make a smart buying decision. By this, I mean look towards people who you look up to in the sense where they are either also intentional shoppers, or they're really good at budgeting, or they're just good with money in general, or you trust their opinion, and ask them about the item. Do you think that this is gonna look good in my wardrobe? Do you think that it's going to complement what I already have? It is okay to ask for external opinions, and it's okay to have someone hold your hand if you need them to. And someone who can help you with this, me. I offer a monthly service where you can message me questions about buying decisions, your wardrobe, outfit ideas, like whatever you want. You can message me and ask me questions, send me pictures, and I will help put you on the right path if I think that based on an assessment of your wardrobe and your budget and whatever, a certain purchase is good for you or not. If you want more details about this service, I will leave a link in the description down below. Click on it, check it out. I would love to help you out. I would love to be involved in your wardrobe. I just love seeing what other people are doing and helping guide them down the path that feels smart and responsible for them. So if you're looking for somebody to help hold your hand just a little bit when it comes to these buying decisions, and frankly, anything else that has to do with your style and your wardrobe, I'm your girl. My next tip, and another favorite of mine that I have, is to practice the 1 in, 1 out method. So this is a pretty easy concept to understand and to implement, and it just means when you add one thing to your wardrobe, you get rid of another one. And by get rid of, I of course mean donate, give it as a hand-me-down, donate it to a women's shelter especially. I find that this is a really great way to keep your wardrobe balanced. It's not overflowing, it doesn't feel too empty. It's sitting at a good amount of items that feel like they're serving you the best. And before you do this, I do recommend doing a little bit of a closet clean out to just get to that nice neutral level of like, okay, these are all the items that are serving me really well still. Get to a point where you feel comfortable with the items that you have and you're like, this is good. And then if you go to buy something new, do a wardrobe assessment. Look at the items you already have. Are all of these serving me? Did I just buy another white t-shirt when I already have 2 other white t-shirts? That's me. All right, my next tip to shop intentionally and reduce that overconsumption is to rent your clothes. So I know that some people are just not into renting. Like, it's totally fine. I know that if someone's gonna be spending their money on something, they wanna have something to show for it. And renting doesn't give you that, obviously. You have to return everything. But I have found that renting is a really great way to reduce my overconsumption, especially if I'm looking for something that's maybe a little bit more on the trendy side, or maybe just even on the side of like, I'm probably not gonna wear this as often as I would like to, so I'm gonna rent it and leave it at that. So my favorite rental platform is Nuuly. I will tag my video about Nuuly above here, and I will also leave a referral link for $20 off your first month in the description. I just find renting to be such a great way for me to experiment with different styles and to just have a little bit more fun with my wardrobe, which is very like neutral and minimalist and capsule wardrobe-y. I find that renting is just a really great option to reduce the need to go out and buy a bunch of stuff for specific occasions or trips or whatever the case may be. I don't even think that you need to have an occasion or an event to rent. If you work in the office and you want to spice up your wardrobe a little bit, go for it. You could do it for a vacation. If you have a wedding coming up, like, the options are endless, but it is a really great way to avoid stuffing your closet full of things that you're gonna wear like one time for one thing. Do you know what I mean? All right, you guys, that is the end of the video. Do me a favor and leave a comment down below how you like to reduce your overconsumption or your favorite tip to shop intentionally. I would love to learn more. This is a topic where the knowledge is infinite, right? Like there are so many things to learn. So definitely leave a comment down below with what you like to do to be a more responsible shopper. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I am so appreciative of your support, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.